Well, Thursday morning, market day. So I'm taking a cup of tea to Chad the plant man. So yeah, got to keep him happy. There he is, setting up his plants, all ready for our market day. When I took a cup of tea to Chad, I was telling him about the Easter eggs on offer in Morrison's. Because I'd popped to Morrison's Daily in Shaftesbury to pick up a bit of milk and some bananas. So I had Easter eggs on like real big discounts, what I would call proper discounts. So I told Chad about it, and he went up and bought some himself. And I mean, I've got myself some as well. So I'm just going to twizzle you guys around. So there you go. I mean, this one, look, this was £11.50 full price, down to £3. The mini eggs one, that was 15 quid. I mean, £15, that's a heck of a lot of money to my mind. But down to £3, that's a more, that's more sort of customer friendly, I'd say, £3. And there you go, like 9 treatable bags of mini eggs in that pouch. Was £6, £1.50. So there you go. I'm just waiting for the kettle to boil, and I'm going to make myself a cup of tea. And I'll probably have a quick shoot down to the market and see some of the market stalls. But yeah, following on from my video on Tuesday where I was talking about business rates, now that bill I'd received. So I said, when I got that, I suddenly had a bit of a panic on, like, crumpets, what's going on? Because I hadn't really fully budgeted for this bill. But I said, so I fired that email off quickly, sort of with a few questions. Once I'd done that, I started to relax a bit because I thought, it's in hand. But then later on that day, I suddenly thought, hang on a minute, hang on. Small businesses, they're exempt from business rates. And I started thinking about that, and I thought, hang on a minute, there's a reason I haven't budgeted for this bill, because I don't have to pay it. I'm sure I don't. So it was one of those moments I was starting to doubt myself. So I quickly went on to, did a Google search, and a Google search was saying, yeah, I don't have to pay it. So I sent another, well, it was a bit of a late night that night doing bits and pieces. So it was about just before midnight Tuesday night. I sent an email to like Dorset Council, and I said, hang on a minute, I'm sure I'm like eligible for like rates relief. So yesterday, well, it was pretty much the end of the day yesterday, about 5 o'clock, I got a response saying, yeah, you don't have to pay the business rates council tax. Like, they asked me a couple of questions, which I gave an answer to, and so I'm now just waiting for them to send me a form, which I can fill in, and then once I've sent that form back to them, they'll give me the like a discount. I get 100% discount. So yeah, so that bill that for a brief moment I panicked about, I don't have to pay it. So yeah, but I said it was one of those moments I just went and initially it's like, oh no, what's going on? But then when I sat down and I actually thought about it, I was like, actually, no, I don't need to panic. I don't need to pay the bill. So yeah, so that's that little issue resolved. I kind of miss market days being on the market. I used to be there next to Chad, outside mine and the mitre. It's good fun being on the market.
Nothing's happening anyway.
Yeah, I must admit, if the bookshop ever, for whatever reason, doesn't quite work out and comes to an end, I think I probably would go back to doing the markets. I think I'd probably get myself up doing a little circuit, do the Shaftesbury market regularly on a Thursday, and get some other markets lined up. Probably quite like to give Blandford another try, the Saturday market. So now that they've finished all the renovations on the corn market and that's all finished and done with, I'd like to see what the market's like now there on a Saturday. So, because every time I went there on a Saturday, it was obviously they were doing all that sort of building work, renovation, whatever it was, and the market was pretty dire. So, I'd like to see what it's like nowadays. So yeah, but anyway, I'd probably do that on a Saturday and find some other markets to do in the area on a regular basis. So I think one way or another, I'll always be selling books. So I mean, it's going pretty well in the shop, so I've no reason to believe it ain't going to work out here. So yeah, all good fun, all good fun.